The U.S. congressional delegation has tried to assuage some of the concerns, but the question of sovereignty is of primary concern to Greenlanders. How will the U.S. be able to address that?
Oh, there's no way to address it in any way that avoids damage without Trump stepping down from his threats. It is an absolute global historic emergency. It's a complete outrage. Basically, you have Trump threatening a NATO ally, an excellent NATO ally, Denmark, that has had control over Greenland for years, with effectively with military force, with a possible invasion. Can you imagine what Xi in China and Putin in Russia are thinking when they see the devastating unraveling of the NATO alliance? They are obviously going to be tempted to take action in Taiwan, in the Baltics. Putin may want to deal a coup de grace to Ukraine. This could lead to major global disruptions. So obviously, when you have normal senators from both parties, as we heard today, trying to assuage concerns in Denmark, you're going to hear reasonable reflections of these fears.
Yeah.
But the problem is that the U.S. is led by Trump.
Yeah.
And Trump seems to have an obsession with acquiring Greenland. And I don't think that this will easily go away. It's very useful, extremely useful, that you're starting to hear voices from the Republican branch of the House and the Senate. Voices like Lisa Murkowski, Roger Wicker, the chair of the Armed Services Committee, basically suggesting they would break with Trump. A major issue is the November election. The November election cuts two ways. One, because Trump is insisting on policies that are so unpopular, and polls show that barely 1 out of 6 Americans want to have anything to do with the aggression towards Greenland, that could hurt the Republicans in the midterm elections. And if he loses control over the House and the Senate, then he becomes very much of a lame duck. And the number of Republicans that would be needed to convict him would also decrease. He may fear removal from office by the Senate if he continues this way, given what we're hearing from senators that are Republican. The Republicans have proven basically invertebrate until now. They've proven to be willing to put up with almost any madness from Trump, and we are seeing the early signs of a possible change. It's conceivable that if those voices continue, then Trump may back down. But it's extremely dangerous because we're basically talking about the calculations and the whims of one man.
All right, Dan, thanks very much then for joining me in this discussion.